You better go confess to me. You will die, yes. You will die.
Nganu, run! Run!
My thoughts about Nganu. Having to see this Cameroonian movie for the first time. I think this is like the first time I've seen a Cameroonian movie, and I must say, quite a little bit impressive. Nganu is a movie about a young man who he grew up from a domestic home, and it affected his life. He grew up beating his wife and having to maltreat his child due to the upbringing he had. Guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guys, you know what I do on this channel? I give reviews on movies, any genre of movie, any kind of movie. You can get it all on this channel. If you are new on my channel, welcome my new subscribers. Please subscribe to my channel, like my video, comment on my video, share my video, and tell me what you feel about my video, guys. So guys, having to see Nganu, my first time seeing a Cameroonian movie, what was I expecting? I wasn't expecting so much, because like I'm not quite used to their movies, so I decided to jump onto this one. For Nganu, I expected the army. Like I thought the army was going to be like have a therapy for Nganu, because having to go into the military, I felt okay, probably along the line you might get a therapy, and his whole perspective, his whole mindset might change. Like I kind of like pictured it in a different way. His perspective changed, everything, like he became a new person, he changed to a new person, but not totally, completely. I love the natural settings of this movie. I love the fact that giving us a natural setting. I love that it just brought out that natural vibe in Cameroon, which I really felt. I love that about the movie. I felt the training scene, going into the army, like the whole training in the barracks and all. I felt it was unnecessarily stressed. Probably if they had given us, probably if they had presented it face by face, showing us that okay, like this also amount of years, 2 years later, 3 months later, and all, I would have understood. But we're just kind of like there for a while, and I was expecting something. I was expecting to see something, but I didn't really get to see much. So I felt it was unnecessarily stressed, and so just quite a bit too long.
Fight against Boko Haram. The government of the Republic of Cameroon launches an emergency recruitment of 1,000 new soldiers. The concours comes following a presidential decree by His Excellency President Paul Biya some 24 hours ago.
Nganu's character from start, I didn't really understand the character from start. I was because the title of the movie Nganu, probably I was expecting to see this, what I expected to see. I didn't really get to see that from the start of the movie. I thought probably this was like a special, exceptional character. So having to see him, from the start of the movie, I didn't really balance with the character. But later on, I got to really understood the character. I understood that the character wasn't much of a talker, was more of an action doer. If you tell him things he does not like, just reacts to it. So I got to understand that. For Kum, I initially thought Kum was a female. His younger self. Since I saw him, he felt like a female, having to want to learn how to sew. I'm not saying it's just majorly a female skill, but the way the character was dressed from start, I felt like this was a female character. But when you grow up, I got to understand that, oh, okay, this is actually a male character, but the younger self felt like a female character.
So one man will die. Now your blood will go drink on today.
For Nganu going into the army, I understand that it was not just because he was told or advised to go into the army. I felt he already had, wanted to liberate himself, because he knew he was carrying a cross. So he just needed something to just, ginger him, or to just put him into that particular, just kind of like giving him a stage for him to just go into. So I felt like, so that was why it was quite easy for him when he was advised, okay, going to the army. He went, he, you know, trained for it and he went for it. I would say Kum loved his father so much because it didn't even really, you know, what his father was doing, being him as a child, you know, he expected a lot from his father growing up, but he didn't really get that. So him having to forgive Nganu so easily, I felt, okay, he loved his father so much, and you know, he didn't really think it too deep, and he knew this life he was living was not the kind of life he wanted for himself. So that's why it was quite easy for him to just, you know, forgive him. And you know, he told him he wanted to be a tailor. That scene was a really interesting scene. I really enjoyed it, although I felt something was going to happen. You know, I knew those guys had not gone. I knew they were going to come back after, like, I knew they were just going to just show. I knew they were going to show.
Wait them, they want to like fight. So make them go join soldier, go fight for Boko Haram. As you do here, your owner, push out, we will not pay you.
Now only you one. You the big woman. The next time we'll talk about my family again, I could shave your last and smoke your blah blah.
Guys, this movie requires patience. You know, starting this movie, from the start of the movie, you know, there was an expectation from me when I started seeing this movie. So it just requires patience to be able to understand the plot later on. Some scenes were really funny. Sometimes you would laugh. I knew they kind of like tried having to give us this soldier. This particular soldier was too big and was quite lazy to do the work. So I understood that, yeah, they wanted us to see something different aside from Nganu in the barracks. So yeah, I understood that, yeah, they wanted us to laugh. So there were some scenes that they tried to really portray that were really funny. I understand the fact that, you know, they wanted to make the movie natural, you know, giving us these natural settings, the village, something like an epic movie. But something epic, you know, something natural, old village look, you know, village vintage settings and all. But you know, the atmosphere of the movie didn't really, you know, kind of like didn't really feel like a movie at some point. I felt probably they could have just, you know, stretched it a bit. So, you know, like I felt they would have made it more, because at some point you just kind of like feel lost while watching this movie. So I felt the naturalness was fine, but I felt they would have, you know, quite balanced it. I love the soundtracks, you know, times they use soundtrack, you know, Nganu scenes where Nganu would stay in the water, you know, scenes he would fight people. I wonder, he had like, it was obvious that that character had a lot that he was battling with, you know, he was fighting, there was a lot he was fighting in himself. And I love the fact that scenes like that, they added the background song, soundtracks they used, kind of like matched it, and it just kind of felt emotional while watching those scenes.
You woman bitter. What do you look me so? You know a woman bitter. So your woman you face wound. Game.
So guys, I'm going to rate this movie. I love the movie, really nice movie. I felt they would have done better. I love the naturalness of the movie, the use of words, the use of pidgin. I love the whole combination and all French and all of that. Quite a balanced movie. So guys, I'm going to rate this movie. I'm going to rate this movie 4/10. They really did well. I really enjoyed the movie. I really enjoyed. So guys, I'm going to recommend you to watch this movie. Just that I felt like some of the acting would have, you know, been done better. In terms of Kumu's mom, she didn't really, you know, I know she was quite scared and all, but I didn't really see so much fear and so much scare in her. She portrayed the scary part, she portrayed that fierce part, but I didn't really get to see a lot of her. And at some point I expected them to, even when Nganu was telling his story, I felt he didn't really emphasize a lot on it, you know. That allowed us to be the ones to figure out the puzzles ourselves, the way I expected him to explain it. I didn't really know if at the end if he was the one that killed his dad or not, you know, because he didn't really say that when he was telling Kumu what happened. He didn't really tell him that, okay, I killed his dad. He just kind of like explained that he had a bad childhood. Guys, the link of my previous videos on the pinned comment of this video. Please watch my video. And also guys, I review shorts, I review Nollywood, I review Hollywood movies in my YouTube shorts. Guys, please check out my YouTube shorts. Please like my video, comment on my video, share my video, and tell me what you feel about my video, guys. And please Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. Please subscribe to my channel, like my video, comment on my video, and please check out my YouTube short. I have a lot of Hollywood movies that I've reviewed in my YouTube short. So guys, I'm going to see you guys soon. Bye.